Alright, you probably read the title of this video, and I'm so happy to say that we have reached 1,000 subscribers on Rock Lobster's channel. It's mind-blowing to me. I started this channel as a little way to show my friends, like my in real life friends, my speedruns and stuff, but now it's evolved and I have a community and it's just awesome. It's more than I ever could have wanted, and I deeply truly thank you guys for that. But without further ado, let's get into the AMA. So, the first question comes from Burb Seedle. The question is, where did you get the name Rock Lobster from? So, if I'm being completely honest, the name started on my brother's Steam account. I'm not going to say the exact one because it's like doxing, that's not good. But I started Rec Room using his PC. The deal was, if I got a VR, he could use it too, but since I didn't have a PC, I'd use his PC for that. So we created a Rec Room account, and just Rock Lobster was the name. And as I got more skilled at the game, he just let me have that account on when I got my own PC. And that's pretty much it. Originally, the name is based off like an older song called Rock Lobster. It's by the B-52s. Pretty good song. You guys should check it out. But that's where the name Rock Lobster originates from. Alright. Second question comes from Super Mario 64 is the best. And he asked, you're already on 1K. Also, my question is, what is your opinion on screen mode? I think screen mode is a very, very good integration into Rec Room. It allows for so many more people to play the game that wouldn't be able to play it otherwise. It makes it so that the game isn't just a expensive hobby type of game. But I've had friends that have played on screen mode. I've had friends in Rec Room who play on screen mode, and they're actually really good at quests. It's pretty insane. Perfect is amazing at quests, and he's on screen mode better than pretty much most of VR players. And I believe screen mode's a great addition to the game, and I'm glad with all they've done for it, because it really deserves it. Alright, the next question comes from Green Beans 519. Their question was, what quest have you beaten the most times? The quest that I've beaten the most times is for sure Golden Trophy. I have like 100 more wins in that than I do in anything else. I have like, 333 wins in that right now. And like 130,000 kills. I mean, not exactly 130,000, but close to it. And I think I just like the pace of that game because you can get through it fast. And it makes for a fun game to solo speedrun instead of, because you can get attempts pretty easily. Well, for a quest like Crimson Cauldron, you might complete 1 out of 10 attempts, but Golden Trophy is the quest that I have the most wins in. Alright, Tiger Roblox has 2 questions. Number 1, would you ever teach people to solo quests? And number 2, how old are you? So, for number 1, that is eventually on the agenda. I have like a big list of plans and video ideas to do once I get monetized, which should be relatively soon as I just hit 1,000 subscribers, thanks to you guys. But I know that other people have also done solo tutorials, so if you're waiting for one quickly, go check out Bothiah's channel. He has how to solo all 5 quests, and those work really well even if it's with a squad. And number 2, I am 16. So there was a bunch of questions like this, and the people who asked this question's names will be put on screen now. And their questions are basically, what got you into Rec Room quests, and what made you want to speedrun them? This one has multiple causes, multiple effects. So I first played Rec Room at my friend's house. I was on his PSVR while he was on his Vive. It was probably early 2018. I loved the quest that we played. We first played Golden Trophy and we didn't beat it. So I knew that we had to beat it. So we kept playing it until we beat it, but I kept enjoying it each time we beat it. And he kind of got tired of this, but eventually I started to try and get faster, and then I taught myself how to solo the quest. And after I soloed it for the first time, I was like, that was pretty fun. I should try to do it but faster. And I got my first solo speedrun time of like 9 minutes and 45 seconds. It was horrendous, but I don't know, it worked. Slowly my times went down to like 8:52, then 7:45, then 7:20, then 6:58, then 6:50, then 6:40, onward, down till sub 6. So that's what really drove me into speedrunning, was playing quests with my friend who introduced me to Rec Room. That's also how I started playing Rec Room, was because of him. He's a great friend, by the way. It's really fun to play with him when I ever do. He's my in real life friend, and honestly couldn't thank him enough for how much he's helped me grow my channel. The next question comes from Cyclone VR. He asks, have you ever thought about giving up on Rec Room and stop playing the game all around? Honestly, with how broken it's been because of bugs, yes, definitely, but I have like an obligation to this game now that I've become good at it. I don't feel like I can just leave it, but at the same time, I'm also starting to want to quit more and less, if that makes sense. I've met a lot of cool people that make me want to stay in the game. But then there's so many bugs like bad barrels and ghost arrows that just make me be like, this game's bad, I'm going to go play another game. But I'm going to stick around Rec Room for a while longer, don't worry. That's the answer to your question, Cyclone. This next question comes from Cool Spider J. Their question is, what is your favorite non-RRO quest? So RRO is Rec Room Original. So that's like any quest made by Rec Room or any activity such as paintball, laser tag. I'd probably say my favorite non-quest RRO is either laser tag or stunt runner. Can be pretty fun once in a while. So that's the answer to that question. I'd say laser tag though. That's a definite answer. Next question comes from Plush King 64, and he asked, if you had the chance, would you ever solo Isle Lost Skulls on Teleport? And the answer is yes. I'm going to do that fairly soon. Isle is really fun on Teleport, and I know some other people would want me to do it on Teleport. But since it's so fun, you can definitely expect that on my agenda. Alright. The next question comes from Donovan MC. And their question is, how good are you at Dodgeball? And how long have you been playing Rec Room? And why did you start playing it? So, honestly, being completely, utterly honest, I'm terrible at Dodgeball. Index throwing, I hit walls all the time while I'm trying to throw dodgeballs. I can't catch at the right time. I'm honestly horrible at it. I have like not very many wins at all. Like a couple months ago, I only had like 15 wins in my 2 years of playing. I'm not good at dodgeball at all, to answer that question. And then once again, my friend introduced me to Rec Room at his house at a sleepover one time, and I started early 2018. I got my own headset May of 2019 because I wanted to play Five Nights at Freddy's VR. Alright, from LazyLOLs, I hope I pronounced that right. Their question is, what is your favorite quest and why? My favorite quest, probably Well, my favorite quest to speedrun, as I said, is Golden Trophy because it's quick, it's easy, it's fun. I like the fast pace of it. My favorite quest overall, just playing casually or speedrunning with friends, is Crimson Cauldron because I really like the bow as a weapon, but then I also like the amount of things you can do to qualify it as any percent. Not that I don't like fighting enemies, but like it's fun to be able to get through the game fast and then feel you earned an any percent time instead of just one skip or whatever. So I say Crimson Cauldron is my favorite quest to play as a whole. Next question from Cats is a Cat. His or her question, their question was, what quest would you remove if you had to remove one? Now, this is probably going to be a painful question. I like all the quests. They're all great. I like each one's unique elements. Sorry if this triggers you, but the quest that I would probably remove would be Isle, just because of how broken it can be. Like, there's never a 100% chance that your swords will actually block the enemies. There's a, 50% chance they'll just cut through it and kill you. And I'd say the only really fun level in that quest is probably Port Plunder because of how many guns there are. But if I could remove one quest, it would probably be Isle. Alright. A couple of people asked this question as well. But have you ever thought of streaming with subscribers and playing quests with them? Yes, I have actually. I am probably going to start doing that after my monetization check has been, or not check, my request has been accepted. Because I feel like that would be super fun meeting all these different people. And I know that when I was watching Bothia when he was at like 4,000 subs, that I always wanted to get into his streams and I always wanted to play with him. And I'd like to give some people that are watching me that opportunity, and I feel like it would be super fun. But yes, I have been planning on streaming with subscribers once my monetization request has been accepted. Alright, Fears VR asks, was there a Rec Room YouTuber that inspired you to make content? And the answer to that is kind of. The biggest inspiration for me lately has probably, not even probably, definitely been Bothia, because he is one of the few big Rec Room Quest YouTubers. And he is awesome. I love all of his content. I think he's a great guy. He's really fun to hang around. And if I had a RecTuber role model, that would definitely be him. Next question comes from Micah Ensley. I hope I pronounced that right as well. Sorry if I didn't. But their question is, have you ever considered playing Onward, Pavlov, or Beat Saber? Yes, I have as well. I first have to purchase those games. I haven't purchased them because I've been very, protective of the money that I spend on other games because I don't want to play it for 2 hours and then never play it again. But now that I'm soon to be monetized, I will definitely get those games to play for you guys to enjoy. I don't know if I'm gonna grind it out as hard as I've grinded Rec Room, but I will for sure make some videos on that kind of stuff in the future. Alright. Next question comes from Spiky Panda. By the way, I think I remember playing with you way back when you were insane compared to me. And that's awesome to see that you've come to follow me. That's really nice because you used to be one of the role models I had for Rec Room. You taught me a bunch of skips and stuff. But anyway, Spiky Panda's question was, what did you think of Rec Room when you first played it? When I first played through it, first thing I ever did with my friend was play Golden Trophy. I was horrible at it. Absolutely awful. He was good at it using double swords. and I was like starstruck. I just loved the idea of going through a quest with my friends and depending on each other to survive. And I just really wanted to get good at it. So then, like, when I went home, started looking up stuff on Rec Room, found a person named Bothia, found his 557 solo, and then subscribed to him. He had like 2,000 something at the time, and that was pretty awesome. Now he's at 35,000. Congrats, dude. But I really liked Rec Room when I first played it. It was really fun. Alright, Tyler Knows Joseph asked, would there ever be any other rec tubers that you would collab with? Something along those lines. Sorry, I just tried to memorize it. I would say yes. I'd be really happy to collab with any other rec tubers. But currently the only one that really knows me is Bothia. And I couldn't be more grateful that he is, because he is a really cool dude. And I enjoy every second that I'm playing with him. But yes, I would do collabs with other RecTubers. I feel like that would be really fun. If you are a RecTuber, let me know. I'll see what we can do. Power Kid YouTube asked if I will ever make my own quest because I like speedrunning quests. The answer to that, also being brutally honest, is that I'm also horrible with the Maker Pen. If I'd have any creators to help me design a quest and I just pitch out ideas, that would be awesome. But I cannot do anything with a Maker Pen in my hands. Like, I can like draw a straight line and I can like make shapes, but I can't turn that into anything. So me myself, I will probably not make my own quest. Alright, Nightslayer 4R asked, how did you meet very good speedrunners? Like, for example, Skipper, Cyclic, and Will F, and so many others. I am usually the one that comes to those speedrunners first. I'm like, hey, you're really good. Do you wanna do a speedrun? But some funny story. Okay, so I met Skipper after seeing his 556 solo and asking him if he wanted to do some duo runs. Same with Pepe _1 or Nick VR or Nick Pironi or whatever. Cyclic, who's now insane at the game, actually came to me a while back when he was trying to do walk solos, and he's like, hey, I have like 7-minute something walk solo, and I saw your 658 walk solo and was wondering if you have any tips. So that felt pretty good. I gave him all the tips I can, and now he's one of the best golden speedrunners there is. He's actually insane at the game. So is his brother Cosmo. And they are pretty good friends as well. Will F I met in the Bow Brigade chat. In general, just asking some strategies for Crescendo, because I remember seeing his profile picture and it was like a 23 something S plus solo, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I haven't even gotten S plus yet, so maybe I should get some strategies from this guy. So I asked for strategies, he gave me strategies, and then we just did a speedrun, quote unquote, of Crescendo, where we got like 18 minutes, which was funny. We eventually went to 16 minutes, and then we ended up getting a world record for 23 hours with Willif, so that was fun. Those are all really great friends, and I have so many others that I'd like to talk about, but this video is probably already getting too long. So if I didn't mention your name, I'm sorry, but you're also a great friend. Alright, next question comes from Dark Darwin, and he said, who kept your head up during difficult times to where you are today? I have to say my family. My IRL family. I mean, I have a family in Rec Room too, but nothing can replace your IRL family. But they've really been supportive of me and the amount of support that's come from them is insane. I love them to death, and that's who has kept my head up during tough times. Tahat asks, why do round pizzas come in square boxes? You know, that's a good question. I don't know for sure, but my guess is that it's easier to manufacture. I mean, how would you fold like a circle box? Like, how would that work? That would take so much effort when you can just make a square box. Okay, that's my answer to your question. Boston asks, will you ever do a speedrun tutorial for quests? And yes, that is also on the agenda, that ever-growing list that I have. Alright, Iron Hammer asks, what VR headsets do you play on, and what are your plans for the future? I'm not ashamed to admit I've played on a bunch of different VR headsets. Like I mentioned, I started on PSVR/Vive. Currently, I own 3 because VR is my kind of thing. Dumb height thing adjusting itself. But the headsets that I play on now are Quest 2 when I'm on the go. I play on Index for Jumbotron and Isle. And I play on Rift CV1 for the other 3 quests. What even are they? They're Crescendo. Crescendo, Golden, and Crimson. Would you stop adjusting me with this new seat thing? Okay, but those are the headsets I currently use, and honestly, they're all great. I love them all. They're amazing headsets. My plans for the future. Without giving away too much, I have a new series coming out somewhat soon called Questing with Champions, basically where I play through each quest with their respective #1 champion, with exceptions to Golden because nobody knows who I don't know really is, or they don't play with him, so I'll probably just play with like Pepe for that or something, or have him grind until he can take the #1 spot. But that's going to be fun. I have some videos on which VR headset's best for Rec Room coming out somewhat soon. I have plans for a bunch of different speedrun times, like a better Golden solo and a better Crimson solo and all of that. So those all should come out relatively soon. Relatively, as I've been pretty busy lately. But that's your answer for that. Stonks the Magic Man asks, what are your quests ranked favorite to least favorite? Favorite, Crimson. Second favorite, Golden. Third favorite, Jumbotron. Fourth favorite, Crescendo. Fifth favorite, Isle. But all the quests are great and I love them all. Boozy says, you still need another 35,000 subscribers to become a better quester than both Isle. Also question, will you carry me in Isle? I really want S+. I'm sorry, Foozy, I'm just not good at Isle. I can't carry you to S+ in Isle. I'm so sorry. But maybe with enough practice you can get there. Karen Udellin asks, do you know Astroneer? And I've heard about it. I do not know personally a lot about it. But once I do some more research, I'd probably be willing to try it out. Peyton Riley asks, how'd you find out about Rec Room and why'd you make a channel about it? I've said how I found out about Rec Room several times now, but I made a channel about it to show my friends, my Rec Room friends and my IRL friends, my speedruns, because I couldn't just send them to them because they're like super long files and like email wouldn't work. So I just made it and then I just started gaining subscribers and I'm like, okay, maybe I can make something about this. And here we are today at 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty insane. Alright. Rock Pikmin 888 asks, what are your PC specs? Now, on paper, my PC specs may not seem bad. I have a RTX 2060. I have a Ryzen 5 2600. I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. I I don't even know how much. It's like, it's close to a terabyte in SSD space. And I have a 2 terabyte hard drive. And I don't know why, but it's been running horrible lately. I've been getting so many frame drops, as you've probably seen in my videos. But it just, I don't know. Those are my PC specs. But it runs pretty trash, so there you go. Okay, CDog134, 34? Yeah, CDog134 asks, I bet a lot of people have asked this, but how has your channel changed and why did you start? I've already answered why I started, but I'd say my channel has changed to actually starting to edit videos. In case you couldn't tell, my editing, the first video I edited was pretty trash. It was pretty garbage. It was really boring. That was the Golden Trophy solo speedrun tips and tricks and skips stuff, but that was really bad, and I'm probably going to redo that sometime soon. Because it makes me cringe every time I hear myself going, like breathing while shooting. But it's changed from only being speedruns to actually trying to make content and put out content and edit my speedruns and make my videos look better and more entertaining. But that's the answer to that question. Question from Lemon is, do you love me? Flushed. The answer to that, Lemon, is yes. I very much so love you. Come here, Lemon. No. Alright, now that that's out of the way, Spoon Plays asks, what is your opinion on Willif? And my opinion on Willif is yes. But seriously, he's a really good quester, and he's really fun to hang around, and he's one of my best Rec Room friends. There is no possible way I'm pronouncing this right, but Uxarg asks, UK Sarge, something like that, asks, is Rec Room your favorite game? And I have to say yes, because I poured way too much time into it than I'd like to admit. And I really like the thrill of playing quests. Robo T asks, am I your friend? And yes, you introduced me to Rec Room. You were the IRL friend. You are the man that started me on this journey. So yes, you are a great friend. I love you. I can't give you a hug. You're too far away and I'm trapped in this seat. Okay, but yes, you are my friend. Yes. Tiki or Tiki asks, are you in the Floaty contest? No, I'm horrible with the maker pen, and I don't really have the motivation to get better with the maker pen. There's your answer. Fire asks, can I have a kiss? Yes, of course you can. There you go. Mwah. Blow you a kiss. Yes. Okay, so that's the end of the AMA. I hope it didn't get too long. I just finished recording all the clips. I have no idea how long they are all put together. It's probably like 30 minutes or something. Probably way too long. But I hope you learned something new about me. And my deepest thank yous for allowing me to reach 1,000 subscribers. It's really a dream come true. Did not think this would ever happen to me. I love all of you guys. And I'm glad that somebody in the questing community, besides Bothia, can really shoot up and have a place in the Rec Room community. Thank you guys so much. It's been awesome. And I will see you all in the next video. Roll outro.